This week we're talking about 5 things we should be willing to say. And when we're talking about those special relationships, perhaps relationships in the home, perhaps relationships in the church, one of the things that we should say in word and deed is, I love you. Now, some people are a little uncomfortable with that, and I'm not suggesting that we go around and become touchy-feely and gushing all the time, but we need to express to people, we value you and appreciate you, and even we love you. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 3, listen to what Paul would write to the Thessalonians. We are bound to thank God always for you, brethren, as is fitting, because your faith grows exceedingly, and the love of every one of you all abounds toward each other. This was a congregation where the love that they had for one another was evident, and it was growing. You know, there's really a good reason why we should love, and we should act it out, and we should communicate it. And one of the reasons why is because that's the very nature of God. Listen to 1 John chapter 4, beginning at verse number 7. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. He who does not love does not know God, for God is love. Now, did you get that? That's the very characteristic of God. Verse number 9, in this the love of God was manifested toward us, that God sent His only begotten Son into the world that we might live through Him. Now get this, verse 10. In this is love, not that we love God, but that He loved us and sent His Son to be the propitiation for our sins. Beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. If you drop down to 1 John chapter 4, verse 20, listen to what John says there. If someone says, I love God, and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen? When you go over to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, we see the characteristics of love. And this is one of the things that we need to be doing. We need to be showing love for individuals in the way we behave. Here Paul writes about love is patient, it suffers long, is kind. It does not envy. It does not parade itself. It is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, is not selfish. Through your actions and through your words, are you saying to those around you, I love you? Join us again tomorrow.